Hey Scott, it's Nitin here, and in this video I'm just going to show you how you can kind of find the issues with your EPUB file and then see how you can fix it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is when you load up, actually before you even load up, so let's just, you start up the UEC and then go into configuration preferences. And then select this show chapter section IDs, right? And then you just click close, and now you can open up your UEC file. And what it's going to do is it's just going to show you some tags here, and these will not render in the final. It's just for debug purposes, so you can turn these on and then just basically generate your EPUB file. Okay, so I'm just going to generate the EPUB file. Once it's generated, you can click on open location and it's going to tell you this is where your file is. Okay, so what you want to do is basically remember this. I usually just copy this folder location, and then you want to go to this website, validator.idpf.org. This is where you're going to validate. You're going to select choose file, and you're going to navigate towards where your EPUB file was. You select it and click open, and then you validate. Okay, that's the very first thing you want to do. Okay, so we can see that there are a few problems here. The main thing here is, all this message is all gobbledygook and really doesn't make any sense. I don't know why these messages are there, but the main thing is basically this thing here. So the file, right? File has got a special unique tag. So basically what you want to do is copy this, and so you copy just this portion here, and you may find that the errors are cascading, right? So you see this file again, the same, they have some issue here, and then you've got other files. So basically you've got one file with 2 errors, and then you've got this other file here which is the same file with 2 errors, and then you've got some issues here. All right, so I'll tell you what to do. So you copy this tag, copy, then you go here into UEC, you go into edit, and then they say, and then select locate ID, paste this in there, just Control V to paste, and then click find. Okay, and it says it found the chapter, and this is the chapter 420. So click OK, click close, and it's already highlighted this. Now what you want to do is you want to go to view, click in here, and then select this icon to show the symbols. All right, so now your symbols are showing up, and these show carried return line feeds, and if there's any tabs or spaces, they'll show up like this. Now what you want to look for is something like this. You see here, it's supposed to be like a page break, but there's an issue here right away, right? So if you see something like this, and it looks like spaces, but it's actually a page break, what you want to do is just put your cursor there, and then click the delete button. All right, now what's happened is it's gone, right? And if you want to create a true page break, you can just press Control key and then press the Enter key, and this way it kind of creates a page break, but this is a clean page break now. So that's issue number 1, and then just go through, just do an eyeball, and mainly the issue is around images and something like that. So that was the main issue that you had for this particular chapter, right? 420. So that's one thing done, right? Now, so we fixed this issue, and really this issue, because it's the same file, it's probably fixed, so don't worry about that. Now let's go to the second file here. So we're going to copy this, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go edit, find, Control V, and then when you say find, if you notice, it already goes to the chapter and it says I found your issue. Okay, well, it basically finds the chapter. Once you found the chapter, you can scroll down and look for that issue again, which I showed you. Now here, if you look at this right away, if you select this, this is a text frame, and text frames are not good in ebooks, right? They don't work. So there's a couple of things you can do. You can basically create an image. So you have your original image. What you can do is basically recreate this image, but then put this as part of your image. So it's just one whole image, okay? If you don't want to do that and you want to keep this simple, you can just basically copy this text. Then you can put this text right here, Control V, and then you can format this, right? So first of all, let me get rid of this. So I'm going to highlight this like this. So if you hover over the edge, you'll see those little 4 arrows come up. You click on it and then click delete. Okay. The other issue is you've made these spaces, so I wouldn't recommend that. So just press the delete to get rid of the spaces, and then you can click on this and then select this justification to be center, right? The next issue is there's a huge gap here. So if you just bring your mouse like to the edge, your cursor will change to an arrow. You select that, and once you click, you see here that you've got such a big gap. This is a paragraph issue. So what you want to do is go to Format, Paragraph, and then see here line spaces, you want to say single, all right? And then you'll click OK. So now you're basically your space is gone, and then you've got this. So now this is part of your image, and you can really format it however you want. You can even kind of break it down into 2 lines, and then you can, and once again, you see the formatting for the paragraph is not good, right? So you go Format, Paragraph, you want to go single line, and then you can say center if you want to center it, and then you click OK, and then you can have this. Now there is a lot more gap here, so once again you can go to Paragraph, and then you can go to line spacing, right? So we have a lot of line spacing here, right? So what you can do, let me just see what the issue is here. So if I go here, basically it's 2 different paragraphs. That's what this is, right? So 1 paragraph and 2 paragraph. So if I go paragraph here, it's still single, and distance before, distance after. There's a thing, I mean, you can kind of play around with this if you want to. If you think this is okay, you can keep this. You can actually even go ahead and format the paragraph and actually make something exactly, and then you can say something like 8, and then you click OK, and then they're gonna keep going up. So let's say format paragraph exactly, I'll say 5 to bring it closer, right? So you can play around with this, make it a little bit more towards your liking. You can even change the font, right? So that's the second issue. So no text frames. You need to remove all the text frames. Now let's just scroll down and quickly see if there's any page break issues that we found in the first one. I don't think there is any actually, because I've already been through this, right? So I don't see any issues. Okay, so that's that one done. Now you go to the next one. So here is another one. You Control C to copy. Now let's go in here. We'll say find ID, Control V to paste, find, and it found it in this capsize chapter. So let's scroll down. Excuse me, and we'll take a look. I think this is the image here. So here's another problem here, right? So here is a text frame. We don't want text frames. We'll Control C here, and then we're just going to delete this out, and here we're going to go Control V, and once again we don't want these spaces because ebooks rely on justification a little bit more. So you can either left justify, or you can simply click on it and say center justify. Once again, we've got a lot of space here. So we'll go paragraph, single line, we'll click OK, and then we can make this also in the center like this. So this one looks all right. Yeah, okay, so that one is that. Then we just scroll down, we don't see anything. Make sure we always, save. Let's go back here. We see that we have one more here. So click Control C, edit, locate ID. Here we found it in this chapter. Okay, what do we have in here? Okay, so here is another image. Get rid of this space, and we want to make it center. And the other thing you might want to do as well is images. You want to make sure that they're all embedded data in document. So embed data in document. Make sure all your images are embed data in document. Okay. And this is inline, which is fine. And now we have this. Is there any other issue? I'm pretty sure there was an issue here. Here's another one. We don't want this. And we want to go center. And do we have any other issues? Yeah, see? Here's an issue right here. This was same issue as we had in this chapter 420. We don't want this, and then you got this extra page as well. So once again, we just click just before the symbol, hit the delete key, and now your extra page is gone as well, and everything is good. All right, great. So now we save this, and we're going to go through the export once again, and we'll just overwrite this. We'll say yes. Okay, done. We'll just close this time. We'll go back to our EPUB validator, and then we'll say back to validator, and then we'll choose the file again. Okay, and validate. And there you go. So this time we basically fixed everything. We get a congratulations, which means everything was good. And this is the only way. Now, if you can upload books to Kindle or, Smashwords or Lulu or any other platform, and they reject your EPUB file, the first thing you want to do before you even publish on those platforms is to go and basically verify that your EPUB file is 100% correct. If you get the results saying that you have no issues, that means that the EPUB file is per the industry standard, and there's nothing much that I can do about it, and the issue is with Smashwords or Lulu or any other platform. And you can actually write to them and saying to tell them that the EPUB file does validate 100% correct, and there's some issue with your platform. And I've had those issues with Smashword and Lulu. That's why I don't publish on Smashwords, or I should say my wife doesn't publish, because I'm not a writer. I'm just a software developer. So she's told me that, yeah, there's some issues with the Smashword meat grinder, and often they'll tell you that, oh, your file is no good. But if it validates here, that means the EPUB is following the standard, and you've created a very good EPUB file. All right, I hope this helps, and good luck with your other books. Take care. Bye.